What's up, y'all? It's your girl Tammy, Tayami, whatever you want to call me. I'm back with part 2 of my baby daddy married his manager's wife, and you know what to do. Subscribe to you, girl. And yes, guys, this is more of my merch. This is one of my green, my orange tank tops. Yeah, I'm looking at some green in front of me. That's why I said it. My orange tank top, and it got some bottoms to go to. I don't have the bottoms on though, so yeah, it got bottoms though. But yes, guys, so let's get started. Okay, guys, so after she pulled the gun out on me, I'm like, you gonna really let her do this? You really gonna let her do this? So Louis is like looking dumb as usual, but she started backing up because we was like standing in my driveway. So she started backing up. I had like a super long driveway, like it was real long. Like it was probably like not real long. It was probably like it was pretty long that you had to back up for at least 5 to 8 seconds to get out. But it was pretty long. So she started backing up because they didn't park in the driveway, they parked on the side. So she started backing up, got in her car, and he got in the car, and they like rolled off. Like as soon as they rolled off, my sister in was pulling up. So I'm like, oh, this just pulled a gun out on me. That bitch just pulled a gun out on me. That bitch just pulled a gun out on me. So a glizzy, whatever you're supposed to say. But yeah, so they all pulled up like 3 cars deep. And then, so I hop in my car and we like, let's follow them. So, y'all, we literally on a high-speed chase because they ain't got far. That's how you know she drives slow as hell. So, I hop in my car. My sister was already like swerving around. They was already on the way. So, I probably was like the 4th car. So, by the time I got in my driveway and everything, my mom stayed in my house with my kids. So, my mom was there. But, I mean, it wasn't no kind of stopping this because now you done pulled out a weapon on me. And it just got, it's always been serious because, like I said, you done called defects. Y'all done been harassing me. Y'all done got married. It's always been serious. So don't get me wrong when I say this. But it got serious now because now it's like life for threatening. So now we chasing them. We going down the road. They turn. We chased each other for probably about a good 10 minutes. Cause like in my city, I'm from my city, so baby, I kind of know, like you know how when you just know people, like baby, I know where I'm going. So we know where we going while we chasing them. So we turning left, right, up the street, around the corner, like high speed chase, y'all, bro. They like, it was probably like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Maybe, no, it was after the kids got to school. So it's probably like 4, something like that. Like, we just chasing. So finally, like, the lady he married, she swerved around in the middle of the road on, it wasn't a main road, it was like a little bad road. She swerved around like in the middle of the road and like jumped out and like had her what, you know, up and was like, oh, you're gonna keep chasing me. So we 4 cars deep, so each car parked on the side of her. So baby, you can't, everybody. So, and we, you know, we hold it too. So ain't nobody pulled yet, cause we already know this is fugazi. Like, you not really about this life. Like you running from us, and you started this. So what's up? So, you know, I'm talking junk to him, y'all. I am like really talking junk to him. I can't even believe, like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, this was it. Like, this was it. I'm talking so much junk to him. Like, blah, 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 blah. I'm talking cat. I'm talking about your mama, your sister, your cousin, what you did when you were with me, how broke you really was, while I really left you. I should have slept with your uncle, your homeboy, your cousin. Like, I'm dogging him out because you don't drag me. You don't drag me to the point, like, we done been, like, homeless together. Like, and you the reason we homeless. Because I can't do everything. Like, you was one of them. She was taking care of you. She was doing everything for him. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying all this. Like, this is what you want to do. You really want somebody to take care of them. Like, what y'all got going on? You know, I'm talking about her husband. I'm like, your husband calling me. And then you doing all this and you doing all that. So, boom. We argued for about 10 more minutes. So, whatever. She, hopped back in the car. They hopped back in the car. They drove off. We ain't followed them no more. We all went back to my house. So, you know how black people do after they just, got to fight. Everybody be all hyper still. So, everybody all hyper and everything. And after that, we talked, whatever. Everybody left. That was it. I was done. I stayed at my mom's house for a couple of days because they kept coming over to my house. Well, they eventually started. I stayed at my mom's house for about a week. And then I finally went back home. So, I get a knock on my door probably like the third day I get back home. It's my neighbor. He was real cool. Like, I'm talking about this my neighbor. We used to stay up all the time, y'all. He used to be up all night. He was like, yeah, that baby daddy yours? He's been over your house a couple times, He was telling me, like, they was coming, knocking on the door and just coming around past and stuff. I'm like, oh, wow, big. So, but he was like, he haven't been like the last 2-3 days because I guess he realized that you wasn't here or whatever. So, he told me that, thank you, whatever. I appreciate it. Cool. So now, let's just say, like, I'm over it. Like, I'm thinking we done. You don't want, we don't argue, we don't do this. I'm thinking, like, this is it. So, I get another knock on my door, probably, like, 4 or 5 days later, whatever, week later, whatever. It's the police. Well, it's like a police, it's a process server. And they was like, are you telling me? And I'm like, yeah. Not knowing this is a process, like, I didn't know about this because I'd never been served before. So, he's like, you telling me? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, here, you've been served. And he just walked away. I'm like, what the fuck? I've been served. These people don't put a restraining order out on me. I haven't done anything, y'all. Y'all been harassing me. I haven't done anything. Why is it a restraining order getting put out on me? How did this go through? How is this even possible? I'm almost positive there was no evidence that I've done anything to y'all. Probably me arguing with my baby daddy. But that's about it. So, okay. Boom. I was all right. I don't be around them no way. So I called my probation officer. I'm talking to her. She was like, oh yeah, just don't go near him. She was like, you'll be fine. I know you ain't gonna go around him or whatever. I was like, okay. So I'm like, well, what if they come to me? Come here. She was like, they can't come on your property. Whatever. I was like, cool. I was like, well, can I go take out me a restraining order too? So it'll work both ways. So if push come to shove, I can do what I need to do. She was like, yes, you can. But you just need proof that they're harassing you. Big. I got it. So, boom. I went and did my restraining order, went through the whole little process. And that's how I know, like, a restraining order is really steps. So, you have to really be serious about something like that. I was serious because of what I was going through. So, the fact that they even took them steps to somebody who really wasn't doing anything to them make me know they even more crazier than what it really was. Like, y'all, this is, like, crazy. This don't even sound real when I'm explaining it to y'all and I do it. Yeah, like, this is crazy. So, boom, I did my restraining order or whatever, and they needed an address to serve him with. But the address he had, he was never there. He was never there. So, they end up not being able to serve him. Like, they can't serve nobody they can't find. I mean, hey, what can I do? So, boom. They tried for, like, weeks. They could never do it or whatever. They tried for, like, 2-3 weeks or whatever. And they finally got back with me. And they was like, we can't find him. So, he can't be served. Okay, B. So, after that, I really didn't worry about it because they don't took a restraining order out on me. So, that means they don't want to be around me, right? Right. Okay. So, boom. I wasn't worried about it no more. I'm chilling at home. I done had my baby laying down in his not car seat. He had like a little bed that the hospital give you. Yeah. So he had like a little bed that can go on the floor, like you could take down, put on the floor. Well, this was back in the day when the hospital really took care of you when you had a baby. I don't know what they do now from what I'm hearing. But anyway, my baby was laying on the floor. And my other kids What was they doing? They was asleep because it was late. They was asleep, and I'm just chilling watching TV. I was watching Personal Interest. I think that's the name of the show. I remember it because when she called me, I get a phone call. Anyway, I get a phone call. My phone is ringing. It's a block call. I already know who it is. I know it's either him or her because nobody calls me block. So I get the phone call or whatever, and I'm like, hello. She was like, is this Tammy? I was like, yes, who is this? She was like, oh, this is her. And I was just kind of let you know that, you know, I understand what you're going through. It was never me who did those things. He wanted to do all those things to you. And we're going through something right now. He's in jail. I'm like, huh? What? He in jail? What he in jail for? She was like, oh, we got into it real bad. And she made it seem like some other stuff that I'm not gonna say because that's not my business. But she was saying, like, you know, that's why he was in jail or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. So what this got to do with me? She was like, oh, I just call, like, what are you calling me for? What are you calling me for? Exactly. So she was like, I'm just calling, you know, to let you know that he's in jail. I don't care. She was like, oh, wait, he's calling. Listen. So she proceeds to answer the phone for him. And I wait because I don't give a fuck about you no more. Yes, suffer. 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 So I wait till she click back over. And when she click back over, he doesn't know that he's on a 3-way call. But I'm being quiet because I want to listen. So, he's talking, he's crying like he always is because he's a bitch. He's a fucking crybaby. But he's crying and he's like, why did you lock me up? He's like begging y'all. He's like, I'm so, like, he's crying. Like, he's begging her like a little puppy. Like, I'm sorry. I love you. I'll do whatever you need me to do. What do you want me to do? I'll kiss your feet. I'll eat your butt. I'll do this. What do you need me to do? Please come get me. I can't do this without, like, this man. Y'all, this really turned me off because he was really on some bitch ass shit. Like, and I know what happened, so it's still some bitch ass shit. Like, you really on some, like, you a sucker. Like, for real. Like, you really is. You're a fucking sucker. And I'm on the phone. I'm embarrassed that you even, the nigga that I was in love with. You're a sucker. There is no play. Your player card has been revoked. Your black card has been revoked. Your hood card has, any card, it all has been revoked. Like, you're a bitch. I wish I could have heard him. So anyway, she let me listen. I'm listening to that whole conversation. I'm like, damn, he really a bitch. I don't go. I don't want to hear no more. I don't go. I guess she talked to him for like the remainder of the time because I was on the phone for about 5 minutes. You know, you get 15 minutes. So he must have had just went to jail or whatever and was getting his call out. So I hung up and she called me back, but I ain't answer. Like, I don't want nothing to do with it. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care. Right? I don't care. So boom. After I hung up the phone, I went to bed. I didn't give a fuck. I went to bed. So I guess I went to bed, but I looked him up and all that. He was really in jail. But he was in jail in Atlanta. He wasn't even in jail where we live at. He was in jail in a whole nother city. Like, I'm like, the fuck? This nigga. Okay. Or whatever. So, yeah. At this point, they've been married probably like 3 months, 4 months now. So, I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to him for like a couple of weeks. Like, I just talked to him for probably like 2 or 3 more weeks. Like, it kind of went radio silent. Like, we wasn't talking anymore. So, boom, I get a phone call from him, like I said, probably like 2 or 3 weeks later. And he's like, oh, I gotta leave her. She's torturing me. She's doing this and she's doing that. He was telling me, he was trying to tell me why he went to jail, but I really didn't care. But at this point, I'm just holding the phone, listening to him. So he was like, this happened. And she took my keys and she pushed me outside. And she had a big, gigantic dog that was standing up to here. And she was holding the dog. It was like, if you come past here, this dog is going to eat you alive. She wouldn't let me leave. She blah, blah, blah. And in my mind, I'm like, look, you weren't fan, don't you? In my mind, I'm laughing. Not even in my mind. Yeah, it was in my mind. Because I don't think I was bold enough to just laugh in his face. And I ain't going to even lie. In my mind, I'm laughing my ass off, though. I'm laughing my ass off. So, boom. I'm laughing at everything he telling me. So, I really didn't give a fuck. Like, I really been quiet. So, he was like, yeah. So, he was like, yeah, here she come. Like, he's with her now. Like, he's scared of her. Like, he can't do nothing unless she's okay with it. So, now he's calling me basically because, oh, now you want to get away. She's done this to you. She's put roots on you. She got you on Facebook getting baptized in a tub. Like, she really just been making you do all kind of stuff. For the love of the money, though. What these niggas to do for some money. And, you know, in my mind, when it first happened, I'm thinking he married for love. No, baby, you married because she got that money. I didn't know it first until her husband. I don't even know what they had going on. But he was on some old slave, I don't know, some lover slave type junk had going on. I don't know. But, you know, he was like, oh, she's coming. So he just hung up in my face a bit. So probably like a couple days later, his homeboy called me. He was like, oh, we went out of town with them. And she just was talking to him any kind of way. She was trying to talk to us any kind of way. She was like, oh, pull the bus over. She made them pull the bus over. They was on like a tour bus because once again, like, he a rapper, he supposed to be touring or whatever. Like, she made them pull the bus over. They argued. She trying to put people off the bus, people girlfriends off the bus. It's just so much going on. And he called me, somebody called to tell me this, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, but everybody, if you would think, like, why is he calling you to report, you know, anything to you? Because you got to think about it, like, you know, this was just my man. But, you know, these months that went by, and, you know, I'm really starting to let it go. And, you know, people just running back with gossip, just gossiping, whatever. And, you know, he telling me what happened. They got kicked out the books, all that. And they was like, yeah, that's the last time. Like, they chipping with her. Like, they never, like, being around him and her no more. So I was like, oh, okay. Cool. So, anyway, after that, I ain't hear from them again, like, nothing about them again no more, until probably about 2 months later. And this is crazy. So, at the time, he was taking his homeboys with him everywhere he went, like, on tour to different cities and states, whatever they was doing. He was taking his homeboys with him. So, this is, you know, I know this because he told me. So, he called me. He was like, oh, I think she's sleeping with such and such. I'm not going to say no name. I'm just going to say, I think she's sleeping with one of the homeboys. And it wasn't a homeboy who was calling me, giving me the info. It wasn't him. It was another homeboy. And she was like, oh, I think he's sleeping with him. So, I'm walking up here to see what's going on to our house that we got. Because they had got a house or whatever. To our house, I'm walking up. So, I'm finna see what's going on, such. So he said he get to the door. He tried to open the door, but the door locked. So he like pushing the door. And he kicked the door. Like, basically he had to like kind of knock the door down. And he break in their house And because he don't got no key, she don't give him no key because he a child and he don't pay no bills, and you her child and she doing everything for you, so you don't need a key. I'll let you in when you want to come in. But anyway, he had to hit the door down, and he see his homeboy run down the highway in boxes. Yep. So I guess they got into their little scuffle, whatever they got into. But this is the gag. She left him. She left Lewis and stayed with your homeboy. Stayed with him while she still married you. So you had to go through the whole, y'all ain't no getting divorced in less than 6 months. Moral of the story, she left you for your homeboy. Y'all got y'all a divorce, and she married your homeboy. And she still, I don't know if she's still married to him to this day, but I do know that they got married. And I remember seeing like her Facebook page with his homeboy last name. And I'm like, Y'all, when I tell you she drug him, like she drug him through the mud, like I can't even really sit here and explain everything I've heard and I know, because it'll be too much. And I don't want to just drag the story out. But me and him never got back together after that. This was kind of the end of our relationship. We got way more stuff we done been through, but this is kind of like the end. But yeah. And this is the part that I left out in the first part. I know this is completely like off, but in the beginning, he brought her to the hospital when I had my baby, like trying to bring her up there while I'm having the baby. Like he was just disrespecting me so much. I didn't even care when you find her with your homeboy. I don't care. How can I care about your wife who you love me for? Well, kind of ended what we had going on for her. How can I care about this when you took me through all this? Karma is a bitch. A big one. And that's the end of the story, y'all. She ran out with him and married him. All right, guys. That is it. Like, subscribe, comment. Yes, it's Vlogmas, y'all. I'm ready. I'm doing it. I'm ready, y'all. Y'all gonna get another video tomorrow. So stay tuned. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment, turn on your notifications. And yeah. Love y'all. Subscribe. When a nigga, then we die in it. Pull him to the side, let me slide in it.